Hello, hello! A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Yasminne and I'm going to be your host for the online premiere of the all-new Audi A3 here in Singapore. Now, 25 years ago, the Audi A3 was launched as the first premium compact car in the world. And over the years, the formula continues to be perfected, bringing us to the fourth generation of this model that you're going to be seeing here today. So I'm really excited, and I hope you're really excited as well. The Audi A3 is a true representation of progress. Now, personally for me, the Audi A3 is one car that I will never forget because it started my love story with Audi. I had the second generation A3, which I named Gertrude or Gertie. It was truly a game changer of its time. The level of refinement, the sporty and modern looking design with a smooth and effortless driving performance, it's clear to see how the A3 has progressed over the years. But you know what? Enough about the past. It's time to welcome the all-new Audi A3. So Audi is all about living progress. This attitude goes into everything the brand does. And with the new Audi A3, it is the perfect embodiment of that. Not only with its look, but also with innovation and technological features that make driving much more comfortable and way more enjoyable, as it should be. Now, to help us discover all that has changed with the new Audi A3's aesthetics and interior design, we'll be meeting Dean Chu, the director of spatial design consultancy Drawn, and co-founder of music imprint Darker Than Wax. But first, let's hear what he has to say about progress.
Progress means to always stay curious, to observe and pick up the nuances of your surroundings, and constantly cultivate a point of view. Through a rigorous process of distillation and critical thinking, can one then design and problem solve with a certain level of maturity, authenticity, and humor. Having the living progress spirit is to first and foremost be confident with yourself. Formulate your own path and journey in an age where it's so easy to be like someone else. In a design process, the micro informs the macro and vice versa. A slight tweak in a certain interface could shape behaviors or ways of interacting with the space. That, to me, is undeniably fascinating and powerful.
Hi Dean, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Hi Yasminne, it's my pleasure. And I get to be one of the first to see the new A3 in person.
Exactly, super lucky. So tell us, first impressions.
Very clean, minimal, sleek. I'm really impressed. And as with all good designs, the micro informs the macro and vice versa. So when you look at the new A3, you see exactly how the small details work together to convey energy and quality. It's tough to juggle progress and forward thinking with continuity. I get the sense that Audi is very aware of what made the previous A3 so successful, while at the same time challenging them to create something special. The new Audi A3 has much sharper lines and sculpting, especially at the flanks, which creates a lot of volume. It's much closer to a sports car than a typical premium sedan or hatch. The details of the car are a treat to the eyes, whether it's the intricate application of the honeycomb styling queue on the grille and intakes, or the lighting signature of the car. Audi pretty much sets the bar in using lighting as a design element. The sheer precision of the LEDs, matched with those distinctive dynamic turn indicators, gives this compact car a very large presence on the road.
Yeah, and you know, the Audi A3 actually comes in a hatchback variant, which has a slightly longer roof design and this very sporty spoiler. So it's considered like the more youthful member of the A3 family. And if you always have a lot of big bulky items as well, the hatchback is great because it makes it so easy to load all these bulky items. So we talked about the exterior. Let's talk about the interior. What do you like about it?
Well, there's a very strong visual language about how the interior is presented. The bold horizontal lines and surfaces stretch from end to end, visually widening the space, while the way the vents are shaped have the effect of cocooning the driver. The result is this sort of minimalistic, modern and sporty design.
Which is why I fell in love with the A3 in the first place.
Exactly.
And you know, when it comes to Audi, I love how they combine form and function. Because there's no point if something looks really good, but it doesn't really work, right?
Yes, I very much agree. Design has to serve a functional purpose, and the A3 simply works as a car that fits into your daily life. The space at the back is great, mounting child seats a breeze, and the boot space is ample on both the sedan and Sportback. And you have the split fold feature of the seats for further flexibility.
Absolutely. We're so happy that you're loving the new Audi A3, and thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on its design, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Now, apart from the sleek, stylish new design that the Audi A3 has incorporated, there's also plenty of innovative features and technology packed within. Before we go into those details, let's welcome Ray, one of Asia's top hyper-realistic virtual influencers. Powered by CGI technology and AI solutions, Ray is a digital artist who has made the impossible possible using innovative digital solutions. Let's hear it from her.
Progress to me means driving the change that I want to see in the world. And with technology on my side, anything is possible. As a virtual influencer, I embody the new wave of digital innovation, the future of social media. There's no destination in my innovation journey. I'm always on the move, constantly pushing myself to create better and to become a better version of myself. And with this mindset, you'll stop asking, am I there yet? But instead question, what's next? Having the living progress spirit is to embrace change. And change is never easy. But do you really want to stay the same? I'm Ray. I don't dream, I do. Bite me.
Hi, Ray. Welcome to the online premiere of the Audi A3. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Hi, Yasmin. I'm really happy to be invited to be part of the launch of the Audi A3 in Singapore.
So, Ray, as a digital artist and a virtual influencer, I'm sure digital solutions are really important to you, right?
Yes, I think it's important to look at innovations that can truly enhance the user's life. Just like how being a virtual influencer means that I can be in any part of the world, doing anything without any physical boundaries.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And I think technology isn't just about everything that we do these days. And speaking of technology, the Audi A3 has incorporated a lot of new technology to enhance the driver's life. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, being an intensive smartphone user myself, I really appreciate that Audi has made the multimedia interface, or MMI, compatible with our smartphones. With the Audi A3, access to these devices is super easy. The system supports both iOS and Android, which means Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will both work to enable you to use your favorite apps, such as Waze, Google Maps, Spotify, and more. And of course, USB ports are a standard feature.
And you know what, Ray? This MMI operating system works on a 10-inch touch screen, which makes it super easy to access all of your car's functions. For example, if you want to change the driving profile of your car, you can do so via this using the Audi Drive Select. Also, your playlist and so much more. It's really amazing. Now, Ray, what are the other features of the Audi A3, the tech features that you like?
The other feature which I think looks and feels really futuristic is the virtual cockpit. The fully digital color display acts as the mission control for the driver. It's a really clever way to allow the driver to customize the key details that they need, comfortably and safely within the line of sight.
Absolutely. You know, Ray, when they first launched the Audi Virtual Cockpit a couple of years ago, I was just blown away. And I think with this latest generation, they have really perfected the virtual cockpit. I think it's a great example of how Audi is so focused on technology in the car. And Ray, one of my favorite features of the Audi A3 would be this, the new shifter. Look at it. It's so slick. It's so minimalist. It really is in line with the whole look and feel of the A3, right?
You know what, Yasmin? The other feature that I'm personally very intrigued with is this round sensory volume control that reacts to circular finger movements. It's a great human-machine interface and a creative solution that combines both touchscreen technology with tactile feedback. It almost reminds me of the iconic iPod.
You're right, and it feels so good as well. In fact, it's going to be in the upcoming Audi e-tron GT all-electric sports car, so something to look forward to. But back to the Audi A3, they've also incorporated a lot of features that cater to the driver's convenience and safety. Of course, you've got the standard rear view cameras, you've got the all-round parking sensors, but Ray, this car also has parking assist, which means the car parks for you by itself. All you need to do is to press a button, and then you'll do it in and out of a car park lot, and all you need to do is to control the accelerator. Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely. There are days that I wish my car would park itself. Another pleasant addition in the Audi A3 is the lane departure warning feature. When you unknowingly veer off your lane, the car will gently nudge itself back. While we should all have our eyes on the road, it's nice to know that the Audi A3 is there to lend you a hand.
I agree with you. Thank you so much, Ray, for sharing with us your thoughts on the innovations and technologies in the Audi A3. All the best, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. See you in the virtual world.
With all these features in place, I'm sure you guys are waiting to hear about the performance and driving capabilities of the Audi A3, right? Now we have the perfect person for that. 14 years at the automotive scene, chief editor of Car Buyer magazine. If it's something with 4 wheels and an engine, he'll know all about it. Let's hear Darren's progress story.
Progress means doing things that your future self will be thankful for. When you do, you can look back and wonder, how in the heck did that work? And be thankful that things are on a different level now. To have that living progress spirit is to constantly refine your approach, to make small changes that add up. Because when it comes to progress, we rarely make giant steps, or rather those giant steps come after and are the result of many small ones. As a motoring journalist, we see everything in categories and data. It can be a very cold and boring way of looking at cars. But the best kind of progress is when you look at a car and go, wow, yes, this goes above and beyond. And a good drive experience should give the driver that plugged-in feeling right at the start button.
Hi, Darren. Great to have you with us here today.
Hey, Yasmin, very excited to be here.
Now, we would call you the car guy. What do you think of the new Audi A3?
So the A3 is a car that over 3 generations I've seen grow from strength to strength. So way back from the first generation in 1996. So it's always been about taking the big Audi Experience, putting it into a smaller package, you know, the design, the drive, the technology, all of that good stuff. So the last generation of A3 really made a big impact here in Singapore because that's when we saw the first ever A3 sedan. And I think the sales figures spoke for themselves right here in Singapore. What it did was appeal to a whole new generation of customers that simply didn't have that kind of choice of a small luxury car with 4 doors before that. And I think car buyers now will be really happy to know that the A3 sedan is a permanent fixture in the lineup, complementing the A3 Sportback.
I'm very happy about it as well. But tell us now about the drive of the new Audi A3.
All right, the drive. Okay, so the A3 has a new 1.5-litre TFSI engine. So TFSI means turbocharging. It's got 150 horsepower with 250 Newton meters of torque. And it's been wholly redeveloped from the ground up. Very much more sophisticated than it used to be. So in plain English, it means that the car will drive better, it'll ride better, and it'll go much further on 1 tank of fuel. So while Audi is known for high-performance cars, exciting stuff, it's also got a really good reputation for efficiency as well. And the A3 will go much further than before on 1 tank of fuel. That's because it has a new 48-volt mild hybrid system paired to the engine. So what that does, basically, is recuperate energy when you're driving. So all you have to do is drive normally, and the A3 will go further than before and save fuel for you automatically.
Now, with all these performance upgrades, would you say the new Audi A3 is a game changer in the driving department?
Right, I think it is, but let's not just focus on the new engine itself. It's really about perfecting the whole formula of a car. So I'll give you an example. The car is more aerodynamic than before overall. So what that does, it makes the car more efficient, like what I said. It makes the car more comfortable as it slips through the air quietly. So it really improves the entire concept of the car just by tweaking one aspect. So it puts all the aspects together, you get a really good car.
I think you agree with me that the Audi A3 is not a big car.
No, it's not. Yeah.
It is the compactness, I think, that actually lets it shine.
Yeah,
It's very nifty and nimble.
Yeah, it is. It's fun and agile as well, right?
Exactly, which is why I fell in love with it in the first place. And now with the new 1.5-litre engine,
Right.
the performance is lively. The acceleration is more responsive, so when you step on the accelerator pedal, it's like boom.
Yeah, it goes pretty good, huh?
Yeah. So what does this all mean for the car buyer?
Right, so competition is really tough in every car segment here in Singapore. But I think it's clear that the A3 is poised to go above and beyond what customers should expect from the segment. You know, the generous features, the way it looks, the technology it has on board, you know, the mild hybrid system, all those things and more, which we don't have time to cover. But I think, you know, it's a definite winner.
Oh, you heard the man. It's a definite winner.
Definite.
Definite. Thank you so much, Darren. And you know what? I think we should just go drive the car now.
Sure.
Okay, let's go. And that's all the 3 key segments for the Audi A3. But before we go, I'd like to invite Marcus Schuster, Managing Director of Audi in Singapore, to share his perspective. Marcus, please.
Hi everybody, thank you for making it for the launch of the new Audi A3 here in Singapore. The Audi A3 is a global success story. With each generation we have introduced new ideas and innovations, and with each generation the A3 brings new fans to the brand. The A3 is a model that appeals to customers and to industry experts. The previous generation model was crowned the World Car of the Year, and this latest generation, which is just being introduced around the world, is already picking up awards. The latest one being the Golden Steering Wheel Award, which is the most prestigious award in Germany. It's an early indication that we have got things right. But I don't want you to take my word for it. Please come experience it yourself. There are also exclusive launch offers available starting right now at our online showroom. Visit audisale.sg and log in to explore these offers or register for an account if you have not. But be sure to reserve your unit quickly. These offers are online exclusive only.
Well, we've come to the end of today's celebration of progress. Thank you for joining us online, and we hope to see you at Audi Centre Singapore.
Till next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.